Okay, I'm recording this. 1 second. I'll be back.
Is that what's going to happen to us first?
Oh god.
Oh yeah, I love the gulag.
I'm now curling up in a ball because I'm terrified of what's going to fucking. The fact that that's a 98.
To be fair, you couldn't. In your backstories, you didn't have to create a great Russian power to run from.
The thing about it was I didn't run. I got the church to allow me to go to a new continent to work.
It's still like you in your backstory, you created a universal power that's like, oh, we can be power hungry if we wanted to.
That's what makes the game fun.
Yeah, so now there's only 3 hopes. Either we get gods, and I'm meaning gods, to intervene on our behalf because he's upset the power of the bloodline, which was all Azamar. Either we get him and fucking Baraka and their forces to kill each other, so that way, okay, hey, we're at least gonna survive, or I have to kill this guy in some way, fashion, or form and take over myself, which is even worse.
Hey, at least me, maybe Brett and Lissy will survive.
Oh no, I'm right next to you, Arx. I'm in the middle of this.
Yeah, no.
Lissy's either about to make this a lot better or a lot worse.
Yeah, I love how this all started because fucking he had to cast Hideous Splatter, goddamn Brett. So like I was just gonna call him. I was just being like, and yet you're a pervert. And he goes, yeah, and he made it worse by casting Hideous Splatter. It could have just ended.
Tells me that he isn't into dragonborn chicks. So.
Nah, he's into the horns, sweetie.
Actually, dragonborns have horns.
Does Lizzie have boobs or normal feet?
I have hooves.
Actually, no, I don't. Dragonborns don't have horns, never mind. So
Dragonborns can have horns or not.
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah, but he's into like my horns.
Yeah, he's into dragonborns.
I love your lovely lady voice.
Oh yeah, my question was, why was he into a teifling when he's a high elf? That makes no sense to me.
Everybody likes a bad boy.
Aren't you mad,
Aren't you a chick though?
Same difference.
Yours now has questions, but he will ask her later if he's still alive long enough.
Lissy is actually a trap.
No,
Exactly.
I'm a trap.
And chat just got silent.
You pierce the trap. No one else is.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Chef?
Yep.
Why? Just why, Chef? Why?
This is our fault.
This is really your fault.
Now I'm torn between having to serve a nation or die fighting it, and it's now worse. Oh god, I'm going to... Chef, I'll send you the other information.
Just send me as much information about your fucking country as goddamn possible.
Here, take a quick 5-minute break so I can send this.
No, you just send it after the session. Just all of it after the
Oh.
session.
Oh no.
Are we safe from this?
We're gonna die. We're gonna die young.
I love how you're panicking before the chef has this time to explain
Okay.
what exactly happened.
Serena, you would see this as well. You just see an elven man getting up after laughing continuously for about a minute. And he gets up. How dare you? How dare you insult the king of Saya? Sorry. The Tsar from Saya! I will have you all killed! And the dwarf is like, hold on. And it's kind of looking at upir.
Yeah, I'm stealth.
He's
Stealth
like,
19.
He's looking around for the fucking... he's gonna try and find you.
If he can't find him, he'll find somebody else. Oh, God.
That's a... no, he just barely missed. He kind of looks around and is like, alright. How dare you all insult the Tsar for Saya! Bring down the holy fire! And it's just like spouting insults. Right?
Well, as he's yelling, I'm like, wow, you're just as bad as Baraka. A lot of yelling.
Are you saying
God!
Now you're saying something with this Warhammer!
Perfect.
I will make Fenris eat you.
I don't know how you're trying to make this worse, and I don't know why. But I'm going to
Yorix is
kind
now
of...
death staring all of his companions audience.
I'm going to kindly ask you to stop.
Sorry.
No,
Especially these two assholes.
You said it.
But-
Fucking said it. That's your character.
But it is pretty fair. It's like, wow, you're just bad at Baraka.
All right.
He mumbles that to himself, but it's just like it doesn't quite say it quite out loud.
You're gonna roll perception to hear that.
I don't know if I do that.
And with the goddamn 18. How is this? You know what? You're going in dice jail. You're going in dice jail.
Wait,
Yes, you're going in dice jail because now we're fucked.
question, what time is it?
It is currently like 3 p.m. Also, the D100 that I rolled is also going in dice jail because.
Yeah, no, it's time to stop.
Okay.
I don't know if I
So-
should pretend to be the guy that brought us into the jail area since I know what he looks like right now.
Okay.
It might be bad.
This man is just seething, and he takes a whistle out and blows it, and all of a sudden, 10 Rusayan soldiers come storming out of nowhere and surround you.
Oh god,
You
the
see
royal guard.
A variety. You see rogues, warlocks, wizards, paladins, fighters, and like a good mix. And they all have weapons and skulls pointed at all.
Why does whatever is in there have a
Except Serena, for some reason.
And what about you, Peter? I'm out.
And you peer. Serena and you peer. Serena, you just like at the outside circle, like, what's going on? What's going on here?
You were so drunk.
Yeah, you're drunk. You are thoroughly inebriated. And I know this is only going to end badly. Let's just do this already. So
Could I
God,
climb
this is
up
gonna be
a
the King's
building to try to get high?
roll an athletics check.
Okay. Because I think I might need this to try to help.
The elven man is going to
Yes, okay.
Oh.
That's money, okay?
You-
What are you doing?
Okay. I'll climb a building that's tall and be able to see everyone down below. And
Yeah.
I look through the jewels, and I think, okay, I think this might be worth it. And I'll cast the 7th level stone wall around their party to make an exit through the alleyway.
I'll let you guys go. You kind of has to stay behind. I hate you all now.
I'm trying to save everyone now.
I did nothing.
Yeah, no, you're about to make it a lot worse.
Okay.
I did nothing.
You said
Serena's
it.
the only innocent one now.
You said it, and it's gonna happen. Okay. You take the beads out, put them around your neck. You kick the bead, you cast stone wall. A 40-foot wall appears around and between the guards and the elven man. There is enough space for the rest of you who are in this circle to escape. Who is escaping right now?
I have to stay behind, so I'm staying behind because I need a damage control now.
So I'm
Lissy's
guessing
gonna Lissy is gonna look to Yorix for what she can do.
Yorik's mouths run.
I swear.
he's going to mouth Lizzie to send Fenris away because, we all know what that's going to happen.
Yeah.
So
Keep going down that road.
Fenris and Lissy are gone.
And he tells her
No,
he
I'm
kind of
staying.
knows.
What?
Hang on, he wasn't done. Shush.
Okay.
So he's just mouthing for Lizzie to send Fenris and for her to make a choice because they're both now in the frying pan.
All right. Lissy
Both
is going
metaphorical and
to
physical now.
Lissy is going to slide off of Fenris and do the whole forehead head thing that she does with him, and say, "Follow the others, keep them safe, please."
Fenris nods, gets Serena and Alchemist, and immediately leads them, pushes them, forces them towards Grandma Gladys's house, and they are now out of this.
As soon as he has them out of the way, Lissy's just gonna sit down.
Upir, the
Okay.
bead comes back and reattaches to the necklace. The elven man looks to the roof, points at you, and there are now arrows pointed at you.
Wait 1 sec. I need to know the spell to see what it does exactly, because that also might really be useful.
Yeah, it was supposed to be really useful in a completely different situation.
Oh fuck.
And then shenanigans happened that ruined your whole entire plans.
Yeah, I was trying to help with that actually.
Sorry, it's called Wall of Stone, and the spell, 10 by 20 foot panels that are only 3 inches thick. Wall cuts through a creature's space when it appears. The creature is pushed to one side. Wall can have any shape you desire. Create a span greater than 20 feet in length. Basically, it's
Concentration
Yeah.
for up 10 minutes. I will get 120 feet away from said area, then to cast it and
Alright.
run.
So now they're enclosed in the wall of stone as you all run from the scene. You are all now out of this situation. I'm gonna need everyone except Lissy and Yorks to be muted.
You mean like us?
100% muted. No words.
Okay,
Lissy
then
and Yorks
Wait, are we supposed to be muted? I'm so
No,
sorry.
No.
me and you are not muted.
okay.
Everybody else is.
has to be muted.
No,
I'll
that
keep-
sounds right.
I'll keep it on for the
Rita,
video,
No.
but
Yeah.
I'll leave.
Alchemists are muted.
No, I'll keep it on for the video only, and I'll back away.
Okay. Yeah.
Wait, so we gotta be deafened? Are we deafened?
No, just
No.
mute. Just
Just
mute the
mute.
mic. You can listen, just mute the mic.
You can
Oh,
listen, just
oh.
don't talk.
Oh, sorry. That's what I thought
Yeah,
you
yeah,
said.
yeah. You guys just can't be talking.
You listen, just mute the mic.
This is gonna take a new page.
So Czar Joffrey looks down to Yorix, who is still on his hands and knees,
I am a giant.
face to the ground. He slams his foot down on the back of your head, Yorix. You take 6 bludgeoning damage.
From an elf foot?
It's
Oh, that's kind of...
it was an unarmed strike.
I'm going to at least do a nice thing and kind of shrug it.
Okay.
So, what do I
Let's
have to
see. You just shrug it off. You just shrug it off. And he keeps it on the back of your head. He's pushing your head into the dirt. To be associated with rabble like that, I expected more from a Rusian soldier, especially one of your apparent caliber. And you, my dear, may be an innocent party in this. But since they are your companion, I don't think you can get off so easily. He drives his foot deep harder into your head, Yorix. Your forehead
Wait,
is...
would he even think that I'm actually part of this? Because technically I've done nothing to trigger it.
Yeah, that I wanted to say really quick. Technically, I was just some
Yeah.
elf who walked up and said, "And yet
Okay.
you're still pervert." So he,
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So, I've not really pissed him off.
I take that back. Yeah.
Would he
I mean, he
actually
can still
know
put the
this?
foot on my head, but it's just
Yeah.
like more of
He
a,
still
okay,
has it.
like, you're still loyal. So,
Yeah. He still has the foot on your head. He instead says, "Well, it looks like the Rusian soldiers are still loyal to their king. And you, my dear, you have made the right choice sending your friends away.
I will
As-
take whatever punishment. All.
I'm sorry,
Oh,
what?
you said the right thing, my dear." And the dwarf is like, walks around, he's like, "Look," he's visibly sweating. You don't have to do any of this. We can just walk away. We can just walk away. This can all just.
He's gonna roll charisma.
He's like, it's like the time for talking is over, Uncle. The time for dominance is here. Yorks, if you want to say something, do it now.
Yorix will kind of keep. He's going to still.
Okay, I'm just gonna say this. Lizzie set Fenris, and he saw all Fenris push you all away.
For all you know, he was just trying to get us out of the commotion. So
this is what he's assuming. He doesn't know for sure. He's assuming.
Okay, so here's what Yorix is going to at least be doing. He's going to get. He's not going to be completely on all fours, but he's going to get on one knee again, keep his warhammer down onto the ground, like the head onto the ground, and he's going to kind of say, the Order of Baratheon still has pledged itself to the Rusayan throne. My order still works for your throne. I shall maintain this oath of fealty, even unto death. This one, and he kind of tilts his head towards Lizzie, has partook within not just druidic, but of course of the clerical ways of Liara. So he's mentioning, Baratheon's wife. She is, of course, a follower. This continent does possess unique capabilities, but to instigate conflict here would only breed problems. It would be best to allow them to their own devices, and he's really swallowing his pride here. Partake as a client state in order to ensure capabilities and the prosperity of the throne.
Well, that's roll charisma.
Can I please get advantage? My God, I don't do anything. I'll suck dick if I got to.
Oh God damn! Oh shit. No, I'm sorry. No advantage.
Come on, just a normal charisma.
It's a normal charisma.
Oh, I thought it would have been persuasion.
Oh no, yeah, persuasion.
Also, no free suck yet. Oh, thank God, it's a 15.
Okay, he's like, I guess I can forgive some things. And he takes his foot off your head. Like, sit up.
Yorick stands up.
I said sit!
Oh, I thought you said stand up.
No.
Oh, Yorick goes to do exactly on that.
I can forgive the spell. What I can't forgive is the disrespect to a clear ruler of a royal family. I have tolerated the injustices of this land too long. Your cohabitation, your mixing of certain ethnicities, I can only stomach so much. I believe this town, this city, would look wonderful, bathed in black and gold. Unless, of course, this one, he turns to Lysandra, would like to help atone for these misdeeds.
So Lissy's eyes dropped, for one thing, when he said mixing of certain bloodlines. because
No,
backstory.
Yep.
When he acknowledges her again, she will look up but not quite meet his eyes and say, as evenly as she can, I already agreed to take the punishment. I have not changed my mind.
He kind of moves around to try and meet your eyes. He sees. He's gonna roll an insight on you. That's a 18.
Jesus.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, I don't know why he's rolling so goddamn high. Will do all of my dice hate me right now?
Because this world was never meant to be.
Yep.
You shut up.
Well, seeing that I have offended you slightly, I apologize. Why would a man want to offend and hurt his future wife?
Son of a bitch.
Now,
Norix actually wants to do something. And he's gonna take a look at the royal guards. Like the 10, of the king's guard.
as right about now, the wall starts to seep back into the ground, and they are all just still have their spells and weapons ready, still pointed at both of you.
So I have a quick question, because this is kind of going to have to... I've at least got good relations with the uncle here, and it's going to be really... If I may, your majesty. And Yorix looks up to, Joffrey. I can't even say his name right now.
Yeah, right?
Right.
And he's going to kind of eye the guards a little bit, looking at Tyrion. I believe that your guards are not as proficient as they should be at keeping you protected. And he's really stomaching what he's about to say next. As someone who has not only laid siege to Lima, but has claimed a body count of 200, would it not be the preferred option of having such a high and better trained soldier to be within your personal guard?
And as he's saying this, he kind of motions to the guards. They put their weapons away. One of them gets on his hands and knees. He sits on his back. Another sits right behind him on his knees. He leans against him like a chair. He puts his feet on another one's back. He's reclining on people. He's like, well, I have grown tired of them being more useful than this. He gestures to the three of them. Maybe you could train my forces to be a bit more adept, considering your body count and her apparent agreement to our marriage. I suppose I can forgive the transgressions of these people.
I thank you, Your Majesty. And he kind of looks at the guards. He's kind of trying to eye which one of them is the most afraid.
Most brave?
No, most afraid.
All of them.
Okay, which one of them looks the physically weakest because he's about to do something he's really going to regret for His Majesty?
There's a wizard kind of preparing a firebolt spell, like right behind you.
Hey, Chef.
Yeah,
You want me to make that check?
I mean,
I would love
our
for you
told
to
you
do that.
burn it down.
Okay.
Oh God!
Damn it!
Oh god, now we're going to have an insane psychopath
Oh no. No. This actually works a lot better. Actually.
Yeah, because now we're going to have 2 sadists. Oh god, it's like
Okay.
Joffrey and female Joffrey.
Oh,
Who said Lysandra was a sadist?
He looks above.
He burnt a village down!
You
No.
you feel it happening, and you know you can't stop it. And your persona shift. A dark shadow of darkness falls over your, not literally, metaphorically. And you look at him. He meets your eyes, and he smiles.
Yorix is now going to do this thing.
What are you doing?
Walks up to the wizard. You remove helm. Because I know the Royal Guard wear plate armor.
Yeah. He takes his helmet off.
With this oath of blood, I seal myself to the King's Guard. He walks behind the wizard. He takes his metal hand underneath the wizard's chin and his organic hand across the back of this guy's head, and he snaps it because he is appeasing to this. He's appeasing to this fucking psychopath. Because this guy I know loves fucking blood and death. Do I need a strength check to see how bad?
No. Yes, actually, yes. Strength check.
Oh,
That one fails.
Yeah. You hear a resounding crack of this man's neck as he falls around. And he starts smiling even more. He says, oh, you all love. Oh, I love this so much. Do you know why I love sound? It sounds so beautiful. That crack of that man's neck was so intoxicating. I can only imagine what the screams of this town sound like. The burning, the screams of widows for their husbands and children. What's the perception for? Upir, what's the perception for?
Yeah, just type it in chat, man.
Yeah, just type it in chat.
Type it in chat. Type it in chat.
Type it in chat. Chat.
Chitty chat.
Okay. You see this. You see this happening. You see all of what I've been describing happening right now. And hold on, I'm gonna roll something. Yep. And one of the guards sees you on the roof. It's like, there they are! And oh, never mind then. Sorry, back in here. And he just kind of bounces up and down, and you see the guard that he's sitting on. Just, oh, the seal of the death. Be beautiful. Oh, my dear. You see, I have the look of death in your eye. Why? Why do you look at me in such a tantalizing way? He's talking to you, Lizzie. Hello? Lizzie?
Oh shit. I think she's gone full dark side of the moon.
No, I'm trying to get the mic to pick me up without picking up everything else.
Okay.
Is this better?
Yeah.
Pretty loud.
Okay.
But I like it.
We can turn you down. Keep going.
Shush.
Did you say shush?
Yes, I said shush.
God damn it. You see Lysandra push herself up to where she's standing with her father's staff, like leaning on her father's staff, with this maniacal freaking grin on her face. And I believe with this, I can do this. Not like a lot, just like for flair, just a little bit on her fingers. She's gonna be playing with that on her like in her hands.
Okay.
And she looks at Joffrey and, oh god damn it. I don't even want to say this. It's gross. It fits, unfortunately. Darling, it's not all that often that I see a kindred spirit.
Oh god damn it. Okay. I know where this is going. Shit.
I don't think you know exactly where this is going.
I kind of hope that I don't. Oh.
Message me where you think, and I'll tell you if you're right where I'm going.
Let me just.
And if not, I'll correct you where you're wrong. Because I know what I want to happen. Because this is character arc. Oh, it's gonna get worse for a little bit, I promise.
The fact that I'm now part of the King's Guard is even worse. I gotta be
Yeah? Am I right?
Close. Hang on.
Okay. We're just gonna keep going. You show your true color. Very nice. Uncle, look at her. You see her beauty? Yes, I see. Oh, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, God, that's so good. I just finished reading that. Okay. Oh, God, you're not making this any better. You're making this so much worse.
God, we're going into very dark territory. We've now embraced the darkest timeline.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, no, there's a reason we're doing this. There is a specific character reason for Lysandra we're doing this.
Alright. Now, show me how you take life on him. And he kicks the one who is using him as an ottoman, and he's like kicks him to his knees. He's like, show me how you kill him. Do it.
And because it's Lysandra, she's encasing his head in that.
You encase his head, and you see he's like, he's like, yes. Oh, so brutal yet majestic, yes. Oh, you two, wonderful. I will come back for you. Both. We will be together forever. You will be my personal god, and you will be the wife to my children. We will live and rule happily together. I just know it. I could feel it. I know this will be the most interesting takeover this world has ever seen. And he stands up, puts his hands behind his back, says, "Until we meet again, my loyal servant." And he walks away, leaving the two bodies in tow.
Oh god.
We're gonna jump to the rest of them. The rest of you get back to Grandma Gladys's house, and yeah, you all can unmute now.
Yay!
I'll mute myself.
Jesus, that was dark as fuck.
Well, that's what fucking happened. That's what you all fucking did to yourself.
I didn't do anything. It was all these two.
I didn't, like, fucking,
You
he's
call
an
him
asshole who
awful.
has superpower, and I want to fucking end him.
Fucking what? Oh my god. That spell.
I'm gonna do a roll to determine how fucked up I'm actually gonna make this, because
I just hope
this might go bad.
Serena does not see this at all, because
I wasn't gonna lie. I was almost tempted to be like, in character, hood up, sneak back there.
Okay, well,
I was almost.
so
Jesus.
you all get back to Grandma Gladys's house. Are in the living room, like, "Oh, hello. Why are you back so fast?"
Yeah.
Can I just tell her I think we need to evacuate the city soon.
Oh, why
And
that?
because there's an evil asshole king being an evil asshole king.
I think he is going to genocide this entire town. This because of I point to Upir.
I'm not with you.
Upir. What? You're not with us?
Nope. I'm gonna do the stupid thing
no.
that might make this worse, maybe.
Okay. I point to our mentor alchemist because he here decided to insult him.
Hey, all I called him was a pervert, and then he fell over hysterically laughing. I thought he found it funny. And then he got all pissed about it afterwards. I don't know.
I was drunk, but something tells me Frost might, Jorvix might be dead. And I don't want to say what I think might have happened to Lissy.
Oh, well, you might want to tell the council that.
Yeah.
The council? What use is a council going to be a threat like this?
Well, if we can get all the other towers involved. Because this is a nation trying to go to war with a fucking nation.
True, if you can get every... But then, maybe the perfect time for this Baraka dude to attack. From what I've heard from you guys, he is crazy enough to be able to do this. That way he has his death toll be the highest. You probably attack and take on both armies at once, this Baraka dude.
Well, let's start with the council, and then we'll go from there. Just get some sleep. It's getting late. Well, it's the afternoon, but just rest. Just rest.
My character is kind of panicking at this point. I don't think there is time for sleep. If we don't do something now, all of us will die. If we live as slaves or something worse.
And as you say that, she like nods. She goes to the other room. She takes out a scrying stone and is like, "Use this to contact Blasco. It's a direct line to him, and we will get taken care of." And we're gonna switch back to Yorick's for a second.
Okay.
And this is where we're going, and after this is where we're going to end the session. Yorick's.
Here I am.
After he walks away. Tyrion shoots you a look. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm so sorry. And
Who?
one of
Wait,
the
who? Tyrion?
Tyrion. He looks at you like, I am so sorry. Let's see you snap back. And one of the guards hands you a piece of paper. He's like, my master told me to give you this.
Wait, me or Lizzie?
You. He gives you a piece of paper.
Yorks unfolds and reads.
And on that piece of paper, you see the world map, and I'm going to draw what you see.
Roll 20 froze up on me. I had to fucking reload it, and it's still not fucking wanting to reload.
It's fine. I've now gone the furthest way out to see the entirety of the world now.
Okay. Scribbling this line out, because remember how I told you that this part right here was Rusaya?
It expanded, didn't it?
It expanded like a motherfucker. That part is the part you remember. The part that I just drew is the current empire.
Oh, great! I'm guessing before the fucking Tsar kicked the bucket and before his son got killed, he decided to expand even further. Definitely know the Inquisitorium was behind that. Shit, now all the elves are in power. Fuck. I'm not saying this out loud, but
And you see this, and at the bottom of the page it says, prepare to rule an army. And that is where we'll end the session.
Can I do the thing that might ruin this further, or save this?
Yeah, what did you want to do?
I'm so sorry. Yorks is going to press on the ground, and he's going to call out to those three elementals that answered.
Okay, you ring the bell, and you wait. Upir, what are you doing?
I needed that bell.
Yeah, out of character, I have the bell. I was specifically given it.
Oh, he's just calling to him? To them?
I'm calling now, because this is where some crazy shit's about that.
You do that. Upir, what are you doing?
I think I'm going to use the last two spells on the war beats to get rid of the king. Last ditch efforts.
What? No.
If there's no king, then who leads?
That's
the worst timeline. No, Brett.
No.
Fucking done.
No. I am saying no. You have made this so much worse already.
I was trying to.
And I will personally kill you if I find.
Yeah, to be fair, Brett, all I did was insult the man, and then you made it worse by him laughing, and then it just kept.
He doesn't know that you did it.
It doesn't fucking matter.
Look, just say that the war beats decide to say, fuck this shit. We're not
No. Let me just explain what you just fucking did, okay? First, Alchemist insulted him. That pissed him off a little bit. He was like,
yeah, and I was just gonna keep walking. I was literally just gonna keep walking and just keep going.
Literally, if you had left it there, that would have been the end of it. But then you got hideous laughter from him, and then you were an egotistical asshole, an egotistical, genocidal, murdering asshole that ruled an entire country, and you oh god, and then you cast wall of stone to encase him and his forces, creating him more hostile environment, and then Lizzie and Yorks to do damage. He basically pledged their fucking lives to motherfucker, and then you want to use the beats to kill him? No.
I see my logic is not good.
Yeah, you congratulations, you created the worst timeline. I literally was just gonna insult him and just keep walking and ignore his ass.
You've now entered Goku Black Arc, man.
Yes.
Literally, all I wanted to do was insult him and just keep walking and ignore his ass.
He didn't know who casted.
Fuck Baraka, fuck Zaza, fuck all of that. You have literally, in 20 minutes, changed the entire campaign.
And I still have a thing about it is I think Baraka and Sasa have a place in this now.
No, you know what I was thinking? That, I don't know if you guys are paying attention to what I was saying during, like, alpha role-playing. what's probably gonna happen now is Black is gonna somehow come in control, maybe something like that, and he's gonna somehow genocide the entire world, killing everyone.
No, like you all still need information on Baraka, but I have to literally spend hours reworking, re-adding, redoing so much shit because you decided to piss off this one motherfucker that was supposed to be meaningless.
Literally, all I wanted to do was slightly agitate him and keep walking and ignore his ass because he's not king of this way.
That's not slight agitation. That's hostility, and you want to use literally.
I'm sorry. You created a completely hostile person that can take no insults slightly whatsoever. Wow.
Because that is Joffrey.
Why'd you bring Joffrey into this world? Is my question.
Yours decided to make an entire backstory based off Game of Thrones.
Why?
Because I thought it was going to be fun and alright and not take the bad elements, but now we've included the bad elements.
What else missing the ice zombies, the giant wall block?
Oh no, don't you even start with that bullshit. I'm guessing Baraka and Zaza have something to do with that.
The only spells that you have left on that necklace is
Tidal Wave
Bolt at 7th level and Sea Dragon's Typhoon, which is Tidal Wave, 3 Tidal Wave spells in a row. And then you have Mass Heal. That's I gave you that so you could use it in boss fights! Not to start a war!
Oh god, now this...
Oh wait, I even forgot about the effect of using the... You used it twice! Oh my god.
What?
What?
I want you to go into War Mage's prayer, and I want you to read what it says in the second paragraph.
Unused, it reduces both current health and max health by... Oh, Brett. Oh, my dude, you are not gonna last.
Wait, no, because
Wait. Yeah, you regain all lost. Yeah, you regain all lost health and max health after a long rest.
Okay.
Yeah. Long rest
Okay.
rest at the grandma's place.
Okay,
So,
you got a long rest there. But now, you were on half health. Half max, half current.
Yeah, but still, it's gonna get it back after another day passes. So.
Yeah, but now we're down on spells. And we still have Baraka and Zaza, who are probably now laughing their asses off because this is probably the best case scenario for them.
It probably is.
I could actually maybe fix this.
Like,
I hope that you all have some plans out of your ass to.
I'm a changeling.
And they are.
I'm a changeling.
yeah, you are good. The rest of us screwed. Like, literally, all I wanted to do was fucking insult him, disappear, and then fucking he wouldn't see me ever again.
I can take his place and throw away this character.
What?
I can take his place as changeling, rule the Empire, throw away this character.
I mean, technically, you could.
Save 2 characters instead of having both of them go. Just get rid of mine. Try to kill them with the 2 spells, take his place, rule that Empire, try to fix it.
Okay.
That's
one
a
good plan, except the fact that if you used those 2 spells when you did, it would be extremely obvious to everyone there. And then if you cast 1 more spell on top of that, you'd be dead.
No, I'd be only at 5
actually,
health.
it would half and then half again. So wouldn't
I would be down to 5 health.
Yeah.
But you would eventually be so far down on health, if a random mugger were to come up and fight you, you could die.
No, this is exactly what would have happened. You would have cast those 2 spells. You'd be down to 5 health. You would have obliterated a man in the middle of the street. The Barkus guard, the Rusayan guard, would be after you. The Barkus guard is the closest to you, which means they would fire arrows. One of them's gonna hit. One of them's gonna roll more than 5 damage. You would be dead. You can't take the place of somebody if you're dead. And then the rest of them are left to deal with the aftermath of this.
Like
So
a massive army.
Why'd you have to bring in Game of Thrones?
Why'd you have to piss off the one person I told you?
I literally was just gonna disappear after that. I was gonna go to I was going to stealth.
I literally said
what
last
Alchemist
episode.
did would have been fine. What Alchemist did would have been fine.
Yes, that
Yeah.
would
He
have
would
been
have
fine.
brushed it off. He would have brushed it off and left. He was literally going to leave that day.
Oh god.
Yeah, and then Brett had to cast Hideous Laughter.
Basically, what this became was stop an evil, like, lich dude. But now it became...
Oh my god, we have gone full Game
Stop.
of Thrones. We're trying to stop a lich and multiple wars at the same time.
Basically, what happened was we went
Yeah,
from
we
stopping a lich to a story of trying to stop an entire empire. We went from trying to stop one Nazi scientist to the entire Nazi regime.
Yeah, literally, Brett. Like I was doing it for James, and then and then he was gonna brush it off, and I was gonna disappear, and he was never gonna see me again. But you successfully made everything worse.
Episode title: He made everything worse.
Brett made everything worse.
I'm sorry, Brett. I don't mean to rag on you.
Yeah, again, I only thought it was funny because, this session has so much freaking vulgar stuff. I didn't think it
You know what I should have done is, like, as soon as that happened, I should have said in character, my guy just would have kept walking. Like, I fucking, that was my bad. I should have been like, I'm gone.
Here's how we're going to name this episode. The Dark Ties That Bind, or Brett fucks it all up.
They're good. Well, there's always the magical
Wait,
solution
Chef,
of...
I need to send you the info.
Yeah, alright, I'm getting told that I gotta stop playing with you guys now, so I gotta get off now.
Well,
Let me send you the info real quick, Chef. And,
just send me the info. I gotta go to bed. I gotta get my girlfriend home. I gotta do a bunch of shit. I'll see you all next week, okay?
Night, Chef.
Good night.
Okay, night, Chef. Jesus.
Now, I never watched Game of Thrones. I thought this would be just, have a fun laugh.
I'm just scared. I have a backup plan to keep my character alive. And that's basically, if we're still in Baracus and the sun gets sieged by a giant army, I'm just gonna leave the tower and beg to be allowed to live, or maybe like beg for the innocents in the tower to be spared and do anything to stop it. Like anything.
Now, what I've heard is that you're not supposed to make your background story have complete insane effects on the story.
Well, I once made a background. Was planning on raising an undead army and taking over the world and rebuilding an old destroyed empire. So...
Yeah, but you don't have the empire right off the back in your backstory that is so powerful. What the fuck?
Hey, Jesus. Why can't you go back to the good old days of hags and maybe Gordon Ramby? Even though I don't know anything about Gordon Ramby.
I actually feel sad now. I thought it was just gonna be funny for the Jeeps.
It's okay, but it's just that I don't know. It's gonna be interesting, I guess. Especially with Lissy and Frost gonna be on the enemy side.
Because I think, just freaking sexually harassing people. I thought, there's gonna be some random king of a small nation, but no, it's actually now a bigger nation.
He was part of Frost's nation, and like Frost is saying, this guy is bad news. I instantly knew something was up.
Yeah, bad news.
I was planning on assassinating him before I found out he was king. Because as I was asking the gods where he was, I was going to assassinate him because I thought he was just some a-hole walking around, just being a dick because he's like some decently high position. I didn't think he was king.
Yeah, that's what also threw me off.
Actually, you would think that the dwarf dude would have told us that this wasn't just some random dude. He would have said, "Oh, this is the king, not an
No,
ambassador."
I didn't even know he was king. Let me explain.
No, I'm talking about the dwarf.
Oh, no, the dwarf, no. He was an ambassador. No,
Yeah, that's
the
what
thing about it is, when I told you guys about Rusaya, we had a mad Tsar. A normal emperor who came from a long bloodline. And he was a mad king, but his son was a good guy. I was hoping that the son would overtake the throne and Rusaya would be at peace. It's been a while since I was back home. To know that the entire royal family is probably, I don't know if it's all wiped or if there's still a few survivors, but the Inquisitorium, the guys who were created and basically made sure that the Mad King's will was put forward, are now in charge, which means there is nobody above them. We are now looking at very, very... It's like the KGB took over.
Yeah. Well, what I was thinking, what I'm saying, though, is the dwarf, as in the guy who brought us to the Tower of Baracus. What's his name? I don't remember. I can't find it in chat.
Blastix?
Yeah, Blastic. I feel like he wasn't in, like, that guy was the king. I feel like you should know that. I don't know. I just feel like you should.
Yeah, that wouldn't have done it. Yeah, most likely.
Oh god, we are now dealing with the worst timeline. Okay, so we have a few options.
I can surrender. That first battle, if we don't have a big enough army, I'm just going to surrender.
To just unprotected slaughter, so I've got a few ideas. If there's still survivors in the original royal family, we have a chance of maybe putting them back on the throne. And maybe